or central board, Central Air Pollution Board, but there is no need, there is no need to constitute a separate Central Air Pollution Board. There is no need to constitute a separate air pollution board. The Central Water Board, the Central Water Board constituted under Water Pollution Act, Central Water Board constituted under Water Pollution Act shall act, shall function as a Central Air Pollution Board. That means one board will function, will act for both the act, for Water Pollution Act, for Air Pollution Act. So in case of Air Pollution Act, there is no need to constitute a separate Central Air Pollution Board. The Water Pollution Board constituted under Water Pollution Act shall function as a Central Air Pollution Board. That means one board will function for both the act. Then there is another clause that the in any state where there is a state water board, again repeating, in any state where they are in existence a state water board, in those states there is no need to constitute a state air board. Once again I am repeating, suppose under Water Pollution Act, in any state, if a water board has been constituted, then the same state water board shall act as a state air board. The state water board constituted under Water Pollution Act shall function as a state air board under the Air Pollution Act. That means one board, water board, shall act as a board for both Water Act and Air Pollution Act. So this is what an integrated approach was adopted under Air Pollution Act, because in Air Pollution Act was enacted in 1981. Air Pollution Act was enacted in 1981, and up to 1981 already a central water pollution board was in existence. That means under Water Pollution Act already we have constituted a central water pollution board. So there is no need to constitute a separate central air pollution board. So under Air Pollution Act, simply it is written that the Central Water Board constituted under the Water Pollution Act shall, shall act as a Central Air Pollution Board. This is what an integrated approach was adopted. Then state water board shall also function as a state air board. But here the question arises that the Water Pollution Act was not applicable to all the states of our country. Water Pollution Act up to 1981, it was not applicable to all the states of our country. तामाने प्रथमे जो 12टा स्टेट को वाटर एक्ट लागू होतला 1981 पर्यंत वाटर एक्ट इंडिया रो सबुतक स्टेट को लागू हेई नथिला। ताहले जो स्टेट रे तमरो वाटर एक्ट लागू हेईनी तामाने सेही स्टेट रे वाटर बोर्ड तयारी हेई नाही। किंतु जो स्टेट रे वाटर एक्ट लागू हेची सेही स्टेट रे वाटर बोर्ड तयारी हेची। In such circumstances, when Air Pollution Act was enacted, the under Air Pollution Act, only in those states where there is no water board, only in those states where there is no water board. In those states, a separate air pollution board has to be constituted. ଯୋଉ ଷ୍ଟେଟରେ ୱାଟର ବୋର୍ଡ ତିଆରି ହେଇନାହିଁ ବା ୱାଟର ବୋର୍ଡ ନାହିଁ, କେବଳ ସେଇ ଷ୍ଟେଟରେ ତମର ଏୟାର ବୋର୍ଡ, ଷ୍ଟେଟ ଏୟାର ବୋର୍ଡ ତିଆରି ହବ। ସେଣ୍ଟ୍ରାଲ ୱାଟର ବୋର୍ଡ ଯେହେତୁ ପ୍ରଥମରୁ ହିଁ ହେଇଯାଇଛି, ତେଣୁକରି ଏୟାର ଆକ୍ଟ ଅଣ୍ଡରରେ ସେଣ୍ଟ୍ରାଲ ୱାଟର ବୋର୍ଡ ତିଆରି କରିବା ଜରୁରୀ ନୁହେଁ ବା ତିଆରି କରାଯିବ ନାହିଁ। ଯୋଉ ସେଣ୍ଟ୍ରାଲ ୱାଟର ବୋର୍ଡ ଅଛି ସେଇଟା ସେଣ୍ଟ୍ରାଲ ଏୟାର ବୋର୍ଡର କାମ କରିବ, କିନ୍ତୁ କେବଳ ସେଇ ଷ୍ଟେଟରେ ଷ୍ଟେଟ ଏୟାର ବୋର୍ଡ ତିଆରି ହବ ଯୋଉ ଷ୍ଟେଟରେ ଷ୍ଟେଟ ୱାଟର ବୋର୍ଡ ହେଇନାହିଁ। ବୁଝିପାରିଲ? ପ୍ରାୟ ମୁଁ ଭାବୁଛି ତମେ ବୁଝିପାରିଥିବ। ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ ହ୍ୱାଟ ଦି ଏୟାର ପଲ୍ୟୁସନ ଆକ୍ଟ has to depend upon the Water Pollution Act. So this is the background of Air Pollution Act. Listen, both Water Act and Air Act are having much similarity. Water Act and Air Act are having much similarity. If you prepare the Water Act, so automatically it will cover the Air Pollution Act. The simple difference between Water Act and Air Act is water is discharged, air is emitted. Water is discharged, but air is emitted. And water can be collected in containers, but air has to be collected, or air pollution can be tested through any machinery. And for emission of air, you need chimney. For discharge of water pollutant, you need outlet. Except this type of difference, all other things are almost similar. All other things means power, function, that collection of sample, restriction, almost all the things are almost similar between Water Act and Air Act. So let us come to the, because listen, I will only discuss the Air Act in one class. Today I will complete Air Pollution Act, because if you go to the composition, power, function under Water Act, almost it will cover the composition, power, function of Air Pollution Act. Then collection of sample, almost same. Then restriction imposed, almost same. So in brief, I will discuss the Air Pollution Act. Okay. Listen, the definition of air pollution. The definition of air pollution. Here the term air pollution, the term air pollution has been defined in two sections. You may write down air pollution. Section 2B defines air pollution. Section 2B defines air pollution. Air pollution means presence in the atmosphere any air pollutant. Air pollution means presence in the atmosphere any air pollutant. It is not sufficient. The definition is incomplete. So then under section 2A, air pollutant has been defined. Section 2B, air pollution. Section 2A, air pollutant. So please note down what is air pollutant. Air pollutant means any solid, liquid, gaseous substance. Please note down, air pollutant means any solid, liquid or gaseous substance, including noise, present in the atmosphere, in such concentration, as may be injurious, to human being, or other living creatures, plants or property. other living creatures, plant, property, or environment. So again repeating, air pollutant is defined under section 2A. Air pollutant means any solid, liquid, gaseous substance, including noise, present in the atmosphere in such concentration, which is injurious to human being, animal, plants, and environment. So this is the meaning of air pollutant, because if when any question is asked under Air Pollution Act, at least you must explain what is air pollutant, then you should proceed further. Then come to section 3. Listen, under Water Pollution Act, section 3(4) deals with the composition and constitution of Central Board and State Board. Under Water Pollution Act, under Water Pollution Act, the composition and constitution of Central Board is section 3. Composition constitution of State Board is section 4. But in case of Air Pollution Act, the composition constitution of Central Board is section 3. So here the composition constitution is not mentioned. Section 3, it only explains, section 3 of Air Pollution Act only explains that the Central Board constituted under Water Pollution Act shall act as a central board for the Air Pollution Act. This is a explanatory provision. So under section 3, there is section 3 of Air Pollution Act, there is no need to constitute a separate central air board. But the central water board, the Central Water Board constituted under Water Pollution Act shall act as a central air board. Section 3 Air Pollution Act is that. Then section 4. Under section 4, again it is one type of explanation. What is explanation? Listen. Again, what I have already discussed, that section 4 of Air Pollution Act says that if in any state the water board constituted under the State Water Board constituted under Water Pollution Act shall act as a state air board under Air Pollution Act. जेमती section 3 रे कहले Central Board Central Water Board Central Air Board रो काम करिवो, सेमती section 4 रे कहला State Water Board shall act as a state air board. এটা হলা কোন মানে section 3(4) रे कहला जो जदी तमरो Central Water Board अछि ताले Central Water Board बनेबा दरकार नै, जदी State Water Board अछि ताले State Air Board बनेबा दरकार नै. ताले आसीबा section 5 को. Listen, section 5 रे कोन कहला Constitution of State Board, Constitution of State Air Board. Constitution of State Air Board केते बेले दरकार पड़िबो, जेते बेले जो स्टेट रे स्टेट वाटर बोर्ड नाही, जो स्टेट रे स्टेट वाटर बोर्ड नाही, केवल सेही स्टेट रे तमरो स्टेट एयर बोर्ड एयर पोल्यूशन एक्ट अंडर रे तयारी करा जिवो. Would you got my point? अच्छा, जदी तयारी करा जिवो ताहले आमे आसीबा ताहले माने कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड कंपोजिशन ऑफ स्टेट एयर बोर्ड कोठी, जदी वाटर बोर्ड नाही ताहले नुआ करी बनेबा को पड़िबो. अच्छा, केमती बनेबा, जेमती वाटर एक्ट अंडर रे जो जो भलिया प्रोविजन थिला एयर एक्ट अंडर रे सेही समान प्रोविजन रहे. बुझी पारलो? ताहले कोन थिला हमरो जे स्टेट गवर्नमेंट स्टेट बोर्ड को बनेबो. देन केमती बनेबो, some person, some members were appointed, some members were nominated. वाटर बोर्ड कथा मने पका वाटर बोर्ड रे हमें कौन डिस्कस करथिले that there is a chairman and there is a member secretary केमती वाटर बोर्ड बना हेतला there is a chairman the chairman is nominated and member secretary is appointed ये दीटा गला तापरे तमे जस्ट मने पकाओ that 5 state government officials were nominated by the state government to be the member of the state board. Acha, 5 state government officials, 5% shall be nominated from local authority, then 3% shall be nominated from agriculture, fishery and industry, then 2% shall be nominated from state government company or corporation. Then finally there is a member secretary who is appointed whole time, he who is appointed permanent. ये हैला तमरो जो जगार स्टेट वाटर बोर्ड नहीं स्टेट एयर बोर्ड को आम तैयारी करवा आ से समान मेथड रे ही सेटा हबो अच्छा ताहले हमर एयर पोल्यूशन एक्ट रे ताहले हमें कोन डिस्कस कले जे कंपोजिशन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ डिफरेंट बोर्ड अंडर द एयर पोल्यूशन एक्ट परीक्षा रे एमती क्वेश्चन पड़िबो डिस्कस द कंपोजिशन एंड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ डिफरेंट बोर्ड अंडर एयर पोल्यूशन एक्ट जदि सेमती पड़ला ताहले हमें कोन डिस्कस करबा हमें प्रथमे लिखिबा जे देयर इज नो नीड टू कॉन्स्टिट्यूट ए सेपरेट सेंट्रल एयर बोर्ड बिकॉज़ द सेंट्रल वाटर बोर्ड शैल एक्ट एज ए सेंट्रल एयर बोर्ड लिखिले तापर पुन कोन लिखले दैट इन एनी स्टेट इफ देयर इज नो स्टेट वाटर बोर्ड देन ए सेपरेट स्टेट एयर बोर्ड हैज टू बी कॉन्स्टिट्यूटेड या लिखिले माने स्टेट एयर बोर्ड तार कंपोजिशन हमें मेंशन करबा किंतु सेंट्रल एयर बोर्ड रो कंपोजिशन हमरो दरकार नहीं अच्छा तापर नेक्स्ट हला हमरो जॉइंट बोर्ड भी हमरो बनेबा दरकार नहीं कोथरे वाटर पोल्यूशन एक्ट अंडर जस्ट 1 मिनट मामा तो आसिलु देखिए okay so that means in case of air pollution act there is no provision for joint board so don't write that there are 3 types of board under air pollution act under air pollution act you have only 2 type of boards then come to the power function of central air board and state air board देखो पावर फंक्शन टा तमरो ए जो एयर पोल्यूशन एक्ट रे तुमको सेंट्रल बोर्ड और स्टेट बोर्ड रो तीटा जाको लिखिबा पड़ी काहे की देखो सेंट्रल एयर बोर्ड माने सेंट्रल एयर बोर्ड रो जो फंक्शन सेटा सेंट्रल वाटर बोर्ड काम करिवो गोटिए बोर्ड दीटा जाको एक्ट अंडर रे जहा फंक्शन जहा काम करिवा था दीटा जाको एक्ट पई करिवो हमें ऑलरेडी डिस्कस करजे वो सेंट्रल वाटर बोर्ड रो माने पावर फंक्शन कौन कौन हमें डिस्कस करथिले दैट टू गिव एडवाइस टू ऑर्गेनाइज ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम टू ले डाउन स्टैंडर्ड्स एगुडा ना तापर फाइनली हमें डिस्कस करथिले कोन ना द सेंट्रल बोर्ड शैल एस्टैब्लिश ए लैबोरेटरी तो सेही भलिया तमरो स्टेट एयर बोर्ड रे भी जो भलिया हमें सब फंक्शन गुडा को वाटर एक्ट अंडर रे डिस्कस करथिले से समान फंक्शन रहिबो कोन टू एडवाइस द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट देखो सेक्शन 16 17 तमरो वाटर बोर्ड रे थिला पावर फंक्शन सेक्शन 16 17 एयर बोर्ड रे भी से समान पावर फंक्शन देखो मु जोगुडा को कहि जाउची टिके नोट करी करी की जीवो सेक्शन 16 17 रे पावर फंक्शन कोथरे वाटर बोर्ड रे थिला सेमती से समान सेक्शन 16 17 रे एयर बोर्ड रो भी पावर फंक्शन से समान प्रोविजन अछि अच्छा जेते बेले तमे परीक्षा रे पढिबो जे डिस्कस द पावर एंड फंक्शन ऑफ डिफरेंट बोर्ड अंडर एयर पोल्यूशन एक्ट ताहाले तमे सेक्शन 16 रे सेंट्रल बोर्ड रो पावर फंक्शन डिस्कस करिवो सेक्शन 17 रे स्टेट बोर्ड रो पावर फंक्शन डिस्कस इवन दो both the power function are similar with the power function provided under water pollution. କାହିଁକି ନା ୱାଟର ପଲ୍ୟୁସନ ଆକ୍ଟ ରେ ଯୋଉ ଭଳିଆ ପାୱାର ଫଙ୍କସନ ସେଣ୍ଟ୍ରାଲ ବୋର୍ଡ ଷ୍ଟେଟ ବୋର୍ଡ କୁ ଦିଆଯାଇଛି ସେଇ ସମାନ ପାୱାର ଫଙ୍କସନ ଏୟାର ବୋର୍ଡ ରେ ଦିଆହେଇଛି। କେବଳ ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ ହେଲା ସେଠି ୱାଟର ରିଲେଟେଡ ତମର ପାୱାର ଫଙ୍କସନ ଗୁଡା ଥିଲା, ୟା ଦେହରେ ତମର ଏୟାର ପଲ୍ୟୁସନ ରିଲେଟେଡ ପାୱାର ଫଙ୍କସନ ଦିଆଯାଏ। ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ ଦ ଓନଲି ଡିଫରେନ୍ସ, ଅଦରୱାଇଜ ଏଭ୍ରିଥିଙ୍ଗ ଇଜ ସେମ୍। ଆଚ୍ଛା, ସେକ୍ସନ 16 ରେ ସେଣ୍ଟ୍ରାଲ ଏୟାର ବୋର୍ଡ ର ପାୱାର ଫଙ୍କସନ, ସେକ୍ସନ 17 ରେ ଷ୍ଟେଟ ଏୟାର ବୋର୍ଡ ର ପାୱାର ଫଙ୍କସନ। ସମାନ ବୋର୍ଡ ଦିଟା ଆକ୍ଟ ଅଣ୍ଡର ରେ ପାୱାର ଫଙ୍କସନ କୁ ଏନ୍ଜୟ କରିବ। ଆଚ୍ଛା, ଷ୍ଟେଟ ଏୟାର ବୋର୍ଡ ର ପାୱାର ଫଙ୍କସନ କଣ ରହିବ? ଷ୍ଟେଟ ୱାଟର ବୋର୍ଡ ରେ ଯାହା ଥିଲା। ଆଚ୍ଛା, କଣ ଥିଲା ସେଥିରେ? ଦେଖ, ବେସିକାଲି ଆମର ସେମିତି ଟୁ advise the center, to advise the state government, then to organize training program, to plan comprehensive program, then to collect, disseminate information, then to collaborate with the central board in organizing training program, then to inspect any industry factory, then to inspect any air pollution control area, then to lay down standards, then to advise the state government regarding the air pollution act, to advise the state government in respect of any premises, any location where any industrial factory to be established. कौन देख वाटर एक्ट रे भी मु कहितली जे स्टेट वाटर बोर्ड रो काम कोन ना गोटे काम होची टू एडवाइज द गवर्नमेंट regarding the location of any industrial factory. सेमती एयर एक्ट अंडर रे भी स्टेट एयर बोर्ड रो फंक्शन हैला to advise the state government regarding the location of any industrial factory. तापरे स्टेट एयर बोर्ड रो अन्य फंक्शन भितरे to establish a laboratory for the purpose of analysis of air pollutant under air pollution act. ये हैला तमरो कंपोजिशन पावर फंक्शन। तापरे आसीबा रेस्ट्रिक्शन। अच्छा सुनो, हमरो जेतेबेले दीटा एक्ट को हमें साइमल्टेनियसली डिस्कस करूते, देखो वाटर एक्ट रे तमरो रेस्ट्रिक्शन ता थिला सेक्शन 24, 25, 26। ठीक है, मने पकाओ। एयर एक्ट रे रेस्ट्रिक्शन ता होची सेक्शन 21, 22। सेक्शन 21, सेक्शन 20, 21, 22 कोटा एयर पोल्यूशन एक्ट अंडर रे जदि हमें रेस्ट्रिक्शन को जिबा सेक्शन 20, 21, 22 ता धरे कोन थिला सेक्शन 24, 25, 26 कोथरे वाटर एक्ट अंडर। अच्छा सुनो, ताले सेक्शन हमरो आधेरे जो हमें डिस्कस करिवा रेस्ट्रिक्शन ता डायरेक्टली पळेबा काइना परीक्षा रे रेस्ट्रिक्शन विषय रे पड़े। डिस्कस द वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ रेस्ट्रिक्शन इम्पोज्ड एयर पोल्यूशन एक्ट एक टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चन पड़िबो। सेक्शन 20 रे कोन कहिछि लिसन, power of the state government to give instruction, power of the state government to give instruction for ensuring standard for emission from automobile। माने ऑटोमोबाइल रु जो एयर पोल्यूटेंट बा ऑटोमोबाइल रु जो पोल्यूशन क्रिएट हुए ताकू रेगुलेट करबा पई सेक्शन 20 अंडर रे तमरो ये स्टेट गवर्नमेंट shall advise the motor vehicle authority, state government shall advise the motor vehicle authority to ensure the standard of emission emitted from the automobile। देखो तमरो जो पोल्यूशन टेस्टिंग सेंटर गुडा को अछि माने स्कूटर कार रो जो पोल्यूशन टेस्टिंग होची से पोल्यूशन टेस्टिंग केमती करा जाय। प्रथमे तमरो वाटर एयर पोल्यूशन बोर्ड बा स्टेट पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल बोर्ड shall advise the government to regarding the standard of emission from automobile. କୋଉ ଗାଡିରୁ କେତେ pollution level ରହିବ ବା କେତେ carbon emission ରହିବ ସେଟା state board advice କରିବ state government କୁ। state government ସେଇ specification ଟାକୁ motor vehicle authority ମାନେ କିଏ MVI বা particularly motor vehicle authority କୁ ସେ direction ଦବ ଯେ ତମେ pollution standard ଟାକୁ maintain କର বা ଏନଫୋର୍ସ କର ବା ଇମ୍ପ୍ଲିମେଣ୍ଟ କର। ସେଇ ବେସିସରେ ତମର ମାନେ ଗାଡିର ପଲ୍ୟୁସନ ଟେଷ୍ଟିଂ ଟା ପଲ୍ୟୁସନ ଟେଷ୍ଟିଂ କରାଯାଏ ଆଉ ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଏୟାର ପଲ୍ୟୁସନ ଷ୍ଟାଣ୍ଡାର୍ଡ କୁ ଏନଫୋର୍ସ କରାଯାଏ ଇମ୍ପ୍ଲିମେଣ୍ଟ କରାଯାଏ। ଏଟା ହେଲା ସେକ୍ସନ 20। ଆଚ୍ଛା ସେକ୍ସନ 21 ରେ ଆମର କଣ ରେଷ୍ଟ୍ରିକ୍ସନ ଅନ୍ ୟୁଜ ଅଫ ଇଣ୍ଡଷ୍ଟ୍ରିଆଲ ପ୍ଲାଣ୍ଟ जोटा आम कहे वाटर एक्ट रे हमरो सेक्शन 25 रे अछि रेस्ट्रिक्शन इम्पोज्ड ऑन न्यू आउटलेट न्यू डिस्चार्ज कोथरे वाटर एक्ट रे। एयर पोल्यूशन रे सेमती होची रेस्ट्रिक्शन इम्पोज्ड ऑन यूज ऑफ सर्टेन इंडस्ट्रियल प्लांट। 1 मिनट। Okay. So restriction under Air Pollution Act, restriction is imposed on air pollutant under section 21. मने रखो एयर पोल्यूशन एक्ट अंडर रे रेस्ट्रिक्शन प्रोविजन टा सेक्शन 21 रे अछि किंतु वाटर एक्ट रे सेक्शन 21 रे तमरो कलेक्शन ऑफ सैंपल एंड टेस्टिंग अछि तेनु करी कंफ्यूज होबा दरकार नाही। एयर पोल्यूशन एक्ट अंडर रे सेक्शन 21 रे रेस्ट्रिक्शन सेही समान टाइप रो रेस्ट्रिक्शन कोन रेस्ट्रिक्शन ना दैट बिफोर यू स्टार्ट emitting air pollutant you have to obtain prior permission prior consent from the board जेमती वाटर एक्ट रे थिला सेमती आधारे 3 मास पूर्वरु you have to obtain permission from the state board obtain consent from the state board। अच्छा 3 मास भितरे तुमको अप्लाई करिया पड़िबो। after receiving the application in prescribed proforma the board shall make a inquiry and if the board is satisfied that all the air pollution control equipment has been installed or the required the criteria or the requirement as provided under Air Pollution Act, if those requirements are complied with, then the state board shall give permission, shall give consent to that industrial factory. ଯଦି ସବୁତକ air pollution control equipment ବା ଯାହା ଯାହା ଦରକାର comply ହେଇଛି. If the board feels that the air pollution control equipment are not installed, କି proper ଯାହା ଯାହା ଦରକାର ମାନେ କରା ହେଇନି, then some conditions will be imposed on the industry or factory. କୋଉ ଜାଗାରେ ଯୋଉ ଜାଗାରେ air pollution control equipment ଠିକ ସେ install ହେଇନି. Then the condition will be imposed by the board, and within a particular period you have to comply those conditions. ମାନେ ସେଇ period ଭିତରେ ତମକୁ condition ଗୁଡା comply କରିବାକୁ ପଡିବ. And once the conditions are complied, then again the board will give you permission. अच्छा, एठी क्वेश्चन आसिला वाटर एक्ट रे हमरो रेस्ट्रिक्शन टा इंपोज हुए कहा ऊपर न्यू आउटलेट न्यू डिस्चार्ज, किंतु एयर पोल्यूशन एक्ट अंडर रे तमरो कंडीशन गुडा को इंपोज करा जाए लिखि नहीं पारो. द कंडीशन मे बी इंपोज्ड on the air pollution control equipment shall be installed. Air pollution control equipment as per the specification. Air pollution control equipment as per the specification shall be installed. Shall be installed. Second, such equipments, if necessary, such equipments shall be altered. If necessary, such air pollution control equipment shall be altered. Third, first one is installed, second one is altered, third one is such air pollution control equipment must be kept. Such air pollution control equipment must be kept in good running condition. Air pollution control equipment must be kept in good running condition. Then, fourth one, wherever necessary, chimney shall be erected or re-erected. Wherever necessary, chimney of the specification shall be erected or re-erected. That is fourth point. Fifth, such other condition as may be specified by the board. ମୁଁ ଚାରି ପ୍ରକାର condition କହିଲି. In addition to that, any other condition required shall be imposed by the board. Then this is the fifth point. Then sixth point re kono, all these conditions, write down, all those conditions are to be complied with. All those conditions are to be complied with within a specific period. केते दिन भितरे ए कंडीशन गुडा को कंप्लाई करा जिवो सेटा मेंशन. And once the conditions are complied, then the board shall issue a certificate of consent. Seteବେଳେ comply ହେଇଗଲା, board consent ଦେଇଦବ. And once consent is given, then the party is not allowed to change, alter or do any other changes. ପରେ permission ପାଇଲା ପରେ party ସେଗୁଡା ବଦଳେଇ ପାରିବନି. But if the party wants to change or alter due to change in the technology or etc., ଯଦି ସେମିତି situation ଦରକାର ପଡେ party ବଦଳେଇବା ପାଇଁ ଚାହିଁବ, then the party has to again apply under section 21. यदि कौन चेंज दरकार बदलेवा दरकार पार्टी आउ थे सेक्शन 21 रे अप्लाई करिवो सेही समान परमिशन पाई सेम परमिशन पाई जदि पार्टी ताकू चेंज करिया पई चाहूची अल्टर करिया पई चाहूची ताहले पार्टी को अप्लाई करिया पड़िवो एंड the board shall again make a inquiry and board will impose condition relating to this जेमती सेक्शन 21 रे जो प्रोसीजर रे कंसेंट बा माने परमिशन मिलुथिला से समान प्रोसीजर ताकू आउ थरे रिपीट हबो बा समान प्रोसीजर ता आउ थरे मेंटेन करिया पड़ो लास्टली गोटे कथा कहबी if after receiving the application if the board remains silent and 4 months has been lapsed 4 मास पळैची ता माने धरि नबाकू पड़िबो that consent has been granted consent has deemed to be granted यदि 4 मास भितरे बोर्ड किछि कलानी इंक्वायरी कलानी किछि कलानी 4 मास पारे गला ताहले धरि नबाकू पड़िबो जे consent दिया गला so this is something relating to restriction imposed under section section 21 section 22 रे कहूची section come to section 22 person carrying on industry not to allow emission of air pollutant in excess of the standards laid down by the state board सुनो section 22 कौन कहला जे जो माने कोनोसी इंडस्ट्री फैक्ट्री करूचंती any person carrying on any industry or factory they are not allowed to emit any air pollutant in excess the standards fixed by the board जो standard fix करिछि ता ठारू अधिका air pollutant छाड़ी पारिबो नाही this is a general prohibition this is a general restriction imposed under section 22 of the air pollution act এই जो section 22 अंडर रे जो जनरल प्रोहिबिशन जनरल रेस्ट्रिक्शन हला सेही बेसिस रे तमरो प्राय एयर पोल्यूशन रिलेटेड केस गुडाक तमरो फाइल करा जाइछि एयर पोल्यूशन रिलेटेड केस कोन कोन गुडाक तमे एटलीस्ट गोटे लिखि नै पारो ताज ट्रापिजियम केस ताज ट्रापिजियम केस गुडाय केस अछि जोटा हमर ए जो आग्रा ताजमहल केस मु तुमको कहे ताज ट्रापिजियम केस रे जे माने ताजमहल ता ऊपर जो गोटे माने पतला सेडिमेंट बसी जाउतला ताजमहल जो मार्बल ता रो कलर ता येलोइश हो जाउतला तेनु करी माने सेक्शन 22 अंडर रे तमरो जो चैलेंज करा गला जे जो इंडस्ट्री फैक्ट्री पर्टिकुलरली जो इटा भाटी गुडा थिला जमुना रिवर कड रे से इटा भाटी गुडा ऊपर रेस्ट्रिक्शन इम्पोज करा गला प्लस जो इंडस्ट्री फैक्ट्री गुडा को डीजल यूज करथुले बा अन्य कोल यूज करिके करा होतला ता ऊपर रेस्ट्रिक्शन इम्पोज करा गला तेनु करी तमे ए जो सेक्शन 22 अंडर रे जतले रेस्ट्रिक्शन अंडर एयर पोल्यूशन एक्ट कथा पडिबो सेक्शन 22 अंडर रे तमे गोटे दिटा केस देले भलो ठीक अछि आज एतिकी थाउ नेक्स्ट क्लास मु तमरो एयर पोल्यूशन एक्ट पढै sorry माने एनवायरनमेंट प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट पढै हला so okay so if you have any question then you can ask me question in my next class okay thank you
Thank you, sir.